Sean Pollock, the home captain, spins the coin. Stephen Fleming of New Zealand calls heads again. At last it comes up tails, and Sean, you've won the toss for the first time.
Yeah, we're going to have a bowl. There might be a bit in the early doors, so we're going to try and exploit that.
Any changes in your side?
We had Andrew Hall down on our list, but unfortunately last night he got a bit of a bug and not feeling very well this morning, so put a dip in back, and so we unchanged.
The series here.
Yeah, we're just focusing on trying to put a good performance in. We'll wait and see what the result is, then we know.
Have a good match.
Thanks a lot, Chris.
Well, Stephen, you've lost the toss for the first time. Are you concerned about that?
Oh, hopefully it's a good omen, because the last three haven't gone too well, but we were looking to have a bet anyway.
And any changes in your side?
Yeah, Jeff Elliot's out through injury, so we have Brooke Walker, the leg spinner, coming in.
They're playing good cricket, aren't they, South Africa?
Yeah, we've tried a few things, and they're not really giving us an opportunity to get into the game, but we believe our time will come, and it has to be today.
It has to be today, because this is the crunch one, isn't it?
Absolutely, and certainly the series is what it's all about, and we must keep the series alive today.
Have a good match.
Thank you.
So this is the South African side, unchanged, as you heard Sean Pollock saying there. Andrew Hall was to have played, but opening the innings with Gary Kirsten. The New Zealanders, just the one change. Jeff Allett, the key bowler for them. The left-arm quickie is out, so Brooke Walker, the young leg spinner, takes his place. And the New Zealand openers will be Chris Nevin and Nathan Astle.
Get a shot. Momentum into it, and this may well be the first boundary. It is. A good start for young Chris Nevin. His best so far in the series. And New Zealand 15 without loss after 4. Momentum going towards the ball on that occasion. Beats Jonty Rhodes. Now Astle underway. And there's a good bit of timing here. Rhodes is quick, but not that quick. Lovely shot from Astle, forcing it away. Gets it on the up. Bowler thought he heard something. In fact, he's run right through, yes. And Astle's been given, I've got to say, behind the wicket, it wasn't the most confident appeal I've ever seen in my life. Virtually no appeal at all from Mark Boucher. He only sticks his arm up as an afterthought when he sees the excitement of Telemarcus. Look at that. No appeal, and then a very belated gesture. Nathan Astle, well, he's not allowed to show any dissent, so we can't tell from that. He's on this tour, Stephen Fleming. Still doing a very good job as captain, but his best job he can do for the side is to be their best batsman. Oh, that's a great shot. Trademark Stephen Fleming, down the ground for 4. Not much excitement from the crowd, but the shot favours that front foot slightly, Stephen Fleming, and when it's up there, he really gets his weight nicely into the shot. Nice piece of timing here from Chris Nevin. Just a hand on it from Mantini at mid-on. And Nevin will get back for 3. So good form from the Wellingtonian. And much
shot. That's a great shot, in fact. It's in front of square. And it goes over the rope on one bounce. That's well played.
And Nevin onto it off almost like the front foot. Doesn't really get back, as you said early on. But in front of square, one bounce into the crowd. That's just what New Zealand need. Heaves it over. That's an indication of how slow the pitch is. They've brought a field place change now. They've dropped a man back straight away. Final legs up.
It's gone again, and he's played that beautifully. That has gone for 6. That's a great shot. 2 very important boundaries here. This could be a huge over for the Kiwis.
Now, credit to Nevin. Watches the ball. Helps it around. It's a big over.
It's well played as well. Back of the square on the offside. Jonty Rhodes is the chaser. He's not going to get there. So that's the 3rd boundary from the over, and one of them was a 6. What a good over. 50 for 1. So Nevin, 34 off 31 deliveries. Here's a look at the last boundary of the last ball. And That over from Telemarcus going for 15. That's a great shot. So round one to Stephen Fleming. Short and wide outside the off stump, and he smacked it for 4.
O'Donnell gives him a bit of width.
He's got that through as well. And a couple more here for Fleming. Might go to the boundary. The outfield is not the quickest here at Kimberley. It is quite a big ground. In the end, they settle for 3. That's well played. Nicky Boyer is the chaser. He's not going to get there, and that's a very, very good shot because it's a long way in front of square on the leg side.
Well, Jacques Callis is not happy now. He's being put to the sword as well. Cross bat. No foot movement again. Just stands upright. Bit of width on it. Puts it on the up. It's a good shot.
It's a lovely stroke. Wasn't a half volley by any means. He's got enough bat on that, and it looks like it's going to go for 4. Yes, it does. So that's an important boundary. Gets this over off to a good start again.
And once again, Alan Donald's under pressure in the start of an over. So it wasn't really a half volley. Hit it on the up. Just enough bat on it. That's the 50 partnership as well.
Shot. Well, look for 2 here, boy. It's very quick. Does brilliantly well, but not well in the end because the ball gets away from him. Well, there's the worm turn. And Nevin brings up 50 in quite spectacular fashion. A late flurry of boundaries. And a pat on the back for his captain, well deserved. Yes, he has timed the ball beautifully. He's favoured the back foot to a certain extent today, and it's paid off for him. He hasn't been caught in the crease. He's got back, well back, and that's given himself, given a little bit more time to play his shots. Gone fine, and fine enough for 4. Big over here developing. Alan Donald has the experience to come back from this, but he kicks at the crease in frustration as he goes back to his mark after this delivery. He's got wide of the off stump early in the over, and now he's straight down the leg side. And Niven, well, that's a sign of a man in form. He hasn't missed out on that one. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Magnificent blow on the up. Callis, yeah, well, you can only admire that. You can't complain. No, you can't say too much there. Well, this is probably the best of his straight drives. Timing absolutely perfect. Early on, tendency just to drag a few of those towards mid-on. Well, get away with this, Chris Nevin. It's not the prettiest shot he's played today, but it gets equal reward to most. He was looking to hit that initially over the offside, but he'll take the end result. Lower delivery from Callis and a little bit of fortune from Nevin in the sense that it finds the gap between mid-on and a pretty straight mid-wicket. Bowled him. Well, it was a good bit of bowling. Nevin had tried in the previous over to get to Boyer. He'd missed out. He tried again this time round. And Boyer, who is having a marvellous week in South African colours, continues the trend. Lovely flight here from Nicky Boyer. Gets it above the eye level of the batsman Nevin. He's not a tall man, and he plays all around this one, trying to hit the ball through mid-wicket. Just going on with the arm in between bat and pad, and that is a good wicket for South Africa. That'll give them a little bit of heart. 113 for 2 New Zealand. Chris Nevin gone for 68. National career, averaging 40. That's amongst the best in the world.
Right, and well forwarded, brilliant stuff from Jonty Rhodes. Goodness me, the anticipation was absolutely remarkable. The South Africans are celebrating, and I reckon that might be out. Goodness me, that's outstanding stuff.
Well, Jonty Rhodes keeps coming up with something different, doesn't he? Rhodes gets across pretty quickly, quick as a flash. I think he's going to be out.
Well, we can't quite see enough of the line there. Roger Toos is diving back full length, but the celebrations have started. Umpire Brian Jerling has asked for the third umpire to have a look. I have a concern here that maybe this footage will be inconclusive. Can't tell from that either. Tough job for the third umpire. And we're not going to be able to see if that's out or not, so obviously the benefit's going to go to the batsman.
Well, Jonty Rhodes was too quick for the camera.
It's a lovely strike. Goodness me, that's a great shot. Couple of bounces over the ropes and bounces back off the advertising boards.
Well, on the front foot, over the top. And he just seems to have such good form at the moment as Roger Tews. Certainly not a half volley by any manner of means.
That's through. It's a very good stroke from Roger Tews. A little bit more variation from Clues now and has been punished. 142 for 2. Good placement again. Pat, as we look at Stephen Fleming just acknowledging the change room after picking up a 50. It's well played from the skipper. There we are. There's the change room. Chris Cairns at the front with the pads on, reporting back.
Oh, that's a good shot as well. Roger Tews, he waited for it. It was a slower delivery for here at mid-on. Couldn't cut it off. Very clever shot. And that's gone wide of mid-on for 4 more. Big over this for Roger Tews. So he wins the battle verbally because he wins the battle with the bat. It's 177 for 2. That's a marvellous blow. And it's gone all the way. That's a tremendous shot. It didn't really look like he hit it that hard, Roger Tews, but he did in great from that. The perfectly in his dock. And just swings through the line. Just swings through the line. Philomarcus just turns on his heels and he's back to his mark. He doesn't even glance in the direction of the batsman. He knows who's won that battle.
That's also a big one. That's a lovely shot. Brings up the 200, and it's gone like a tracer bullet through extra cover, and also brings up Tews' 50.
Well, New Zealand supporters will be happy with this. No doubt. 60 deliveries has taken him to get his 51. He gets it in style. That is a good shot.
He's hit that one pretty well, and it's gone for 4. 1 bounce 4. It's a good strike, an important one.
Well, that was in the slot for Tews. It wasn't the right length from Bahia. He allowed Tews to get underneath it. Got to bowl it fuller now. Make sure he can't get under the ball. And went so quickly, Kuzner really had no time to get around.
Oh, that's a glorious stroke. A straight drive. 1 bounce 4. Terrific stroke.
Well, that was hit so powerfully. That long on, long off, couldn't get around. Beautiful straight bat. Fleming's on form now. He's on fire.
It's in the air. It's in the air for a long time. The fielder's not going to get there. They come back for 2 more. Going to look for 2 here. Let's dip it up. Could be very close indeed, and it might be out. Brian Jerling has asked for the third umpire to have a look. I don't think Stephen Fleming's made it. In fact, he's starting to walk towards the pavilion. The South Africans are celebrating, and this could be a huge mistake for New Zealand.
Well, this is a good throw. As good as you're going to get. Pick up in a flash, over the top. Yes, he's gone. That's a big blow at a critical time for New Zealand. And that's good fielding. No doubt about it.
So that's the end of Stephen Fleming. He really has played extremely well. New Zealand 223 for 3. So Chris Cairns, 30 years of age, struggling with fitness, but still doing the job for his country. 134th game he's playing in. 300s. Donald. Got that away. That's a good stroke. That's going to go for 4. So once again, a boundary off the first ball of the over. Donald's woes continue.
Well, Donald asking a lot of himself now. Around the wicket with the angle going down the leg side and then having fine leg up in the circle. That's a dangerous play, especially for twos who's in. Anything straight, you'll work it around. I wouldn't be surprised to see Pollock readjusting that field. Coming around the wicket. The natural angle takes it down the leg side. And Kirsten's in the edge of the circle. Mind you, he's in 5 metres, so probably needs to stay on the edge of the circle there.
Thick outside edge, just goes past the outstretched hand of Mark Boucher for 4 more. Second boundary off the over.
Well, Alan Donald's not happy with this. As all fast bowlers around the world aren't happy with these kind of things. Just eluding Boucher. Straight to first slip had it been in. Donald will show his disappointment.
Giving him some width and he's just slapped that one square for 4. Great shot.
Well, Roger Twos hits the ball hard. And any width, he throws that big bat at it. That's gone past Jonty Rhodes like a rocket.
Big hit. Very big blow. Yep, that's cleared the roof of the stand. Now Roger go up when Cairns is on strike. Big hit.
Yes, David Trist very happy with that. You can see him jumping up and down in his chair there in the New Zealand dressing room. It's a good hit from Cairns because it's pretty full and he manages to get underneath it.
They get away with this, Chris Cairns, and he'll get 4. It was an attempted Yorker. It wasn't a bad delivery, but it's a batting day at the moment.
Yes, Pollock must feel a little aggrieved. Certainly nowhere near where the batsman intended it. It's a thick inside edge.
Out. Good catch. Very good over from Jacques Callis. And in the end, it produces the ultimate reward because the danger player has gone.
Just holding the ball back slightly, Jacques Callis. And although it wasn't the perfect Yorker on that occasion, the change of pace deceived the Cairns. Good catch from Pollock. 272 for 4 now New Zealand. And Cairns 21 of just 16 deliveries.
69 matches for the 24-year-old McMillan. Out. Just a wee bit too clever for himself. It was an interesting thought, I've got to say. Maybe he was anticipating the fact that it wasn't going to be a slower ball, but he went into the shot so quickly that I think Pollock was able to adjust if he had to. It was a good piece of bowling and a tough option, not executed well.
Well, I suppose once Pollock bowled the slower delivery, his only real option was to have a full go at it. I suppose not easy when you're trying to bat the wrong way around. But McMillan might be a little bit disappointed as he heads back to the dressing room. He might think maybe the next time round I'll just try and get a runner ball.
Yeah, but that was batting up the order against Australia in a World Cup semi-final, quarter-final in Chennai, formerly Madras. Yeah, could be 4 more. No, Fielder will get round on this occasion. Who's looking to come back, thinks better of it. Out. Unlucky Roger Twos. He picked out Sean Pollock. He's been in the action in the last half hour or so. In the field with the ball and as captain. And Roger Twos, who had lost momentum, he'd lost the strike. Can't quite get it wide or over the rope.
He actually hits it very well, and Pollock takes a good catch because that one was coming at pace. And he was 10 metres or so in from the boundary, but did well to hang on to it. 283 for 6. Roger Twos gone for a very well played 90.
The last ball of the innings. Clouded through extra cover for 4. So finishing style for the New Zealanders. Tremendous performance overall with the bat. When they were asked to bat first, they would be delighted if you said have 287 for 6. And that, in the end, is what they have managed to achieve. A good finish.
Harris has done remarkably well. 11 of just 5 deliveries. Finishes with a glorious cover drive.
So as the ground staff get busy out in the middle to prepare the pitch for South Africa's reply, there is the New Zealand. Neither could McMillan. And a little flurry from Chris Harris at the end with 11 off 5. got them through to 287 for 6 in their 50 overs. Partnerships, you need good partnerships for the big scores, and there were good partnerships for the second and third wicket. Nevin wasn't easy bowling today on this surface. It's not a quick pitch, so they had to adjust down that list. Pollock was very effective, particularly towards the end, 1 for 40 from his 10. Donald, a pace thing today, 5 overs, none for 46. Cullis for 46 off 8, picked up 2 wickets towards the end. A little bit of spin for Nicky Boyer, which will interest Brooke Walker later in the day, the New Zealand spinner, 1 for 4. So there is the target for South Africa to go 3-0 up and wrap up the series. They need 288.
What a glorious stroke through extra cover. Goodness me, Daryl Cullinan, when he's in form, is an amazing player, and that's a good sign for South Africa.
Much swing for Cairns, and that's a half volley. But Cullinan has played it majestically.
Short and smacked away through the leg side for 4.
Not deserving of applause. Just rocked back onto the back foot. All along the ground.
It's tucked away. It's going to be hard work for the fielder at backward square. He's not going to get there, so that's another boundary to Cullinan.
This is well timed. No effort whatsoever.
Lovely, lovely shot. 22 for no wicket. It's nice and fine, and 4.
He's superbly played by Kirsten. I'm not so sure it was 100% intentional, but the effect was good. Just waited for it, opened the face, and it raced away.
Lovely stroke through the offside, this time off Cairns. 4 runs. 36 for no wicket. It's a glorious stroke. This time a little bit squarer through the offside, and that's going to run away for yet another boundary. 43 for no wicket. In the air, gone. Well worked. So Chris Cairns has done some work. Stephen Fleming also put the man Nathan Ash to a short mid-wicket.
I have to say, a little bit of a soft dismissal. Directed at leg stump, and he's just flicked it away to that man, short mid-wicket. Aspel's the catcher. Kirsten gone for 17. It may well have been 21. 43 for 1, South Africa.
So Callis, batting number 3 this time for South Africa. Just turned 25 years of age. Jacques, what a wonderful player he is. It's a lovely stroke. Obviously the ball's coming on nicely to the bat. Just a bit of a push really from Kirsten, and 4 more. It's his 4th 4. Correction, 5th.
Great shot from Kirsten. Off the back foot. Not that easy to generate power. He times it well. Connor, look at his margin for error, so small.
It's a great shot. In front of square on the offside for 4.
He's really played this shot well throughout the series so far, Jacques Callis.
What a great delivery. Goodness. That's beaten him all ends up.
See, the bat is not horizontal to the pitch. It's no more than 45 degrees, if that. And then a great reply from Cairns.
Great shot. Too short. Ball just set up for a class player and said hit me, and then he did.
He's got men at mid-off, mid-on. He's got an extra cover, and he's run in and missed the target by 4 meters. And the captain can't be happy with that.
Great shot. Just a little bit of whip Not too much width, but enough. He's very strong backward of point, Chuck.
And wide. Play of Kalis's ability with a hard ball. He's been there a while and doesn't miss out on those too often.
But there's a start again. Straight down the ground, and 4 more. Half volley, and it goes.
Well, this is in the slot for Kirsten. And just easy. Middle of the bat. First ball, he runs up, rolls his finger over it. And that's a genuine half volley.
Too short again, and 4 more. Not quick enough to bowl that kind of length.
Well, on this pitch, you probably need more than that.
Premeditated, nice and fine. Worked for Styrus again. Won't get there. Sorry, McMillan it is. 4 runs. Also brings up the 100.
Well, this is one of those shots which is played with such regularity these days in one-day cricket. And the batsmen spend hours practicing and perfecting the technique. Bat almost parallel to the pitch.
So it's Vaffrey going at 5.5 to the over, chasing that target of 288. It's a lovely shot. That's what Gary Kirsten tried to do before off Brooke Walker. Roger Toos is bustling after it. He gets there, so it's a good chase down from him. In fact, it's really good fielding. Just 2 runs. It's a lovely shot. It's beaten the man at extra cover. It's going to beat, I think, the 2 sweepers. Picks the gap beautifully. 4 runs. 20 overs gone. 112 for 1.
Fortunately for Kirsten, he's in such good form that his confidence is riding the crest of a wave.
Loose ball. Should hit the 6. And is.
There's a short ball from... It's dangerously close to that man out in the deep. But in the end, well enough to carry the rope.
Will begin from Scott Styrus, but Jock Callis has brought up yet another 50 for South Africa.
He was averaging 90 odd in the series so far before this match. He's in great form. When he played well today, everyone thought when you would come to the wicket, he just not delivery come in and he's got to 50 and just not delivery.
Squeeze that square for 4. It's a very good shot. Callis had to make all the pace. Kirsten has got that away superbly.
It's been the tactic all along. The first couple of deliveries, the South African batsmen have looked for the boundary and haven't got it. They've just been content to just push it around, pick up the 1s and 2s after that. That's good, sensible one-day cricket. Shot. Too wide, too short on that occasion. And the experienced man puts it away. See that shot there. Beautiful use of a little bit of work. Roger Toos does brilliantly himself. And he's had a collision with the policeman down there, and it's not looking good at all. Never so many injuries in New Zealand. This Chris Nevin is off the hamstring. Well, I suspect maybe a sore hamstring. And look at policeman Roger Toos to get out of the way. Policeman made no effort to get out of the way at all. Roger Toos is collided with his knee. I think Roger Toos is collided with his knee, I think, on the policeman out there. Yeah, and that policeman must have known that ball was coming towards him. Could have stood up, moved his chair, and averted any of that. Madonna's up, wouldn't have mattered really. That's gone well back over the side screen for a big 6. And the one for Rory. And no one in the wide world, Chris Cairns, will cut that off. He's injured too, remember.
Outside edge. Wouldn't have carried the slip anyway.
And I've seen that shot so many times. Plays it with so much ease. And with it, he brings up the South African 200.
Release shot from Callis. And they come back to 2. That's good running again. 9 wickets in hand. That's the important part of that equation. 9 wickets in hand. That's the important part of that equation. Wow, was there a fingertip on it? There wasn't, obviously, because O'Connor didn't give it the big shout.
Person will be disappointed. Lovely shot, straight drive. Pretty close to it.
Again, dragging it late side. Roger 2 is setting off after that, but he might as well give up. He won't reach it. There's another 4.
That slower delivery from is a little early on the shot. Probably the reason why he's a little early on the shot. He ends up dragging it through the wicket.
So 11 overs to go. So we have to go at 6.6 over from here. Still 9 wickets in hand though. Callis has gone over the top. There's a fielder there, and he's taken the catch. Brooke Walker it is. Styrus has picked up a wicket. John Callis was looking for the area of extra cover once again. In the outside half of the bat, and he's holed out. But it has been a very good knock.
Certainly has. He played well from the start. He's always positive in both intention and his foot movement. Perhaps trying to go over extra cover where he would have been advised to go straighter. There's no bit off power. Because of that wide delivery from Styrus forces the error.
So Callis goes for 93. So 215 on 2 down. 39.2 overs. 7.8 to the over required now. 73 runs off 64 balls. On one to lose another wicket. 20 Rhodes on strike. Slow ball. That's ball bowled. Trying to scamper through. Looking for it. 20 Rhodes. The ball is tight. Gets onto the other way. He's turned some spot through, and he's picked up for his 10th. 1 day 100 for South Africa.
I'm sure Kirsten family all very proud as well. But that's good way to go. Not the most elegant way to go to your 100, but he certainly played some elegant shots.
It's in the air. Chris Cairns is certainly underneath it. Is he going to get there? It's going to be... Well, not a concern. It was in the air for some time. Well, there's a big shout. Chris Cairns has gone up and raised the finger. Ryan Jerling has raised the finger for Rory the catcher.
And Kirsten is playing and hitting the ground and the ball at the same time, or in very close proximity. It's not an easy decision to give. But there you can see quite clearly the outside edge of Kirsten's bat. He then strikes the ground with his bat. And 221 for 3 now, and we've got a game on our hands. Kirsten gone for 101.
Not the most powerful striker in world cricket. Strides to the crease here at the Beers Diamond Oval in Kimberley. Straight away, he's clubbed it through extra cover. Very good half stop. And he's off the mark.
There's a big hit from Rhodes. Very clever cricket shot because it's gone a long way in front of the man at mid-wicket. It's the slower ball,
And it's the slower ball. He picked it early. And just heaved it over mid-wicket.
great placement. Placement was too good on that occasion. It was too short too from Harris. It sat up and Rhodes put it away.
Mid off and mid on back. So anything full is just the one. Drop it short. ability to play square. Rhodes is a short man. He's on too quickly.
Gone. So they got the breakthrough. The catch is taken by Fleming at mid-wicket on this New Zealand side.
Well, I still think so. That's Clousney. He just pushed that slower ball. Good bowling change by Fleming, and that's gone straight to the captain. That's a big wicket. Clousney out for 9. South Africa now 247 for 4.
So Nicky Boyer, 2 centuries, a 60. And straight away, he's into the action. He's coming back. And the throw just a little wayward, so, yep, continues. Well, they're coming back. Poor throw from Tuffy. Rory has to go searching for it. He did well, the big man, to get to the ball, but the first throw was not quick enough.
I can tell you, I fielded down that area a couple of times in my career at this time of the day, and it isn't easy.
Bowled him. He's hit leg stump Chris Harris. Jonty Rhodes, who favours the sweep shot. He looks to play that horizontal bat shot through mid-wicket.
And Rhodes are back on a strike. And Rhodes is disappointed. He knows at this stage, just a question of hitting the gaps and running the twos. 255 for 5 now.
This is his first knock in the 4th match. Just a young man, but he's racked up 76 matches already at the age of 23. This is the equation, the all-important equation. 32 from 24. Every dot ball creates a huge amount of pressure. Oh, what a shot that is. He walks into it, stops, pulls it behind, square leg for 4. The perfect start for South Africa.
Well, he's dropped it short and bounces onto it in a flash, and he's very strong there.
23 from 16. Archer in the air, and that's a big blow. Tuffy can't get around to it. A boundary. Harrison's getting hit too square.
Right out of the frame from the start, but certainly helps their cause. So far an even over. Boyer on strike.
At the end by Boucher and by Boyer. And Arnold Donald, he didn't have the best day with the ball, but so what? That's the series.
Disappointment for the Kiwis, but Boyer has steered South Africa home and made a big contribution yet again. So in a high-scoring game, South Africa win by 5 wickets with 7 balls to spare. Dave, what a beauty it was.